Hello and welcome to the Garden City Community Chat Show, episode number 615, with your hosts Carrie, Tom, and Mike. Their guest for tonight is Damita DuBose, a probation agent, tutor, and advocate for children with special needs. Tonight they'll be discussing the many aspects of bullying and warning signs. Enjoy the show.
Well, hello, Garden City and all our neighboring communities. This is episode number 615 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. It's Thursday, foggy March 23rd, 2023. So happy you could be with us tonight. We hope that you're all safe and doing well. I am your host, Carrie. Also joining me tonight are my co-hosts, Garden City's very own meteorologist, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing?
Doing all right. I'm using the word soggy instead of snowy, but we'll take it, right?
Yeah. Grass.
Don't have to shovel soggy.
Right. Also, former city councilman and past president of the Garden City Kiwanis, Mr. Mike Jones. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing excellent, Carrie, but I'm getting better. Thank you.
Great. Hey, tonight I can't believe we still have to talk about this, but we will be talking about it with our guest, Damita DuBose. She is a probation agent with Wayne County, a tutor, and an advocate for children with special needs. She'll be here shortly to discuss all the different aspects of bullying, the warning signs, and much more. So we hope you'll stay tuned for this important discussion. And we want to hear from you. Has your child ever been bullied? Or has your child ever been accused of bullying? Post your comments in the comments section. We would appreciate it. Also, Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More is back with another informative tax talk. As we get closer to the tax filing deadline, April 18th. Tom will be here shortly with the latest weather forecast for you, see when we will see the sun again and dry out. Now, tonight, if you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and post your comments in the comments section, or you can email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, which is up on the screen, or you can text us at 734-788-9319, and we'll get those addressed for you. We also want to take a quick minute to say thank you to all of you who listen and support us every Thursday night, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of our surrounding communities as well. We really appreciate everyone's support, and remember, we'll continue to promote our community and yours. And speaking of community, if you or your organization has any events, announcements, or cancellations that you'd like to our listeners to hear, what should they do, Mike?
They should email us, Carrie.
Absolutely. Email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or go ahead and message us on Facebook at facebook.com/gcchat. And Mike will be more than happy to pass that information along. We also encourage any local business to check out and join the Garden City Business Alliance and see what great things they have going for you. For more information, go to gardencitybusinessalliance.org. All right, we're going to get Tom in here now with a check of the latest weather. and then we'll spend some time chatting with Damita DuBose about the topic of bullying. So stand by. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. So what you got for us?
Well, we jumped into spring already. I can't even believe it if you think about it. Winter is now a distant memory, but spring can have some surprises, as everyone knows, but no surprises on the forecast just yet. Still looking like it's still going to be more mild than anything and more rain than snow. So I don't see any significant snow coming back into the forecast. So if you're done with winter by any means, we're looking pretty good on that front. And today was a pretty good example of that. These storm systems that are going to start moving into the region, just like last night into today, were all rain and a little bit on the gloomy side, but this is what we do this time of year. We have the clouds, we have the rain, and then we get some dry days, and then we do it all over again. So this is the kind of the pattern that we're going to be in, and it's going to continue. But this system brought in a little bit more chillier air today. We're well into the 40s at this hour, and we're actually going to get into the 30s tonight. So getting a little bit colder tonight with some chill and bite into the air, but nothing too crazy out there. We're used to a little chill in the air this time of year, so we could take it. But getting into Friday, we're going to continue the drying trend. We're going to see overall temperatures staying a little bit on the chilly side, still into the 40s. So still kind of keeping those clouds around and those chillier temperatures, but dry. Getting into Friday night and into Saturday is when our next kind of system begins to move into the region, very similar to kind of how this one rolled in, kind of during the evening hours, brought in that rain, and then continued the rain into early today. So that will be happening Friday night and into early Saturday with another round of rain moving through. This will have just rain with it, nothing too significant with it, as it continues to kind of move through for early portion of the weekend. But a little bit different kind of aspect to this storm Friday night and into Saturday is we're going to have some stronger winds with it as well. As this kind of rain system moves out for Saturday morning, by the time we kind of get to the afternoon hours, we're actually going to crank up the winds behind this system. Wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour with this kind of back edge of the system moving through on Saturday. So a little bit on the windy side, that will get kind of things kind of blowing around and getting into some more milder air for a brief moment. So getting into the 50s for kind of the afternoon hours with that kind of strong winds bringing in the air, the warmer air for a brief moment, and then chilling things back down for Saturday night back into the 30s as the system and the winds begin to relax. Now I can answer your question. By the time we get to Sunday, the sun will come back, and we're definitely going to be seeing a pretty good sunny day out there as clouds begin to diminish and decrease Saturday night. So looking like a pretty good day on tap for Sunday with a whole bunch of sunshine. Temperatures are going to still be pretty mild. They're probably still going to be into the low 50s for highs, so not a bad Sunday on tap. And then we will continue kind of a drying trend over the next couple days into early next week. So Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday are looking fairly dry. A little bit on the chillier side, probably getting into the upper 40s for high temperatures each day, and probably getting into the 30s for overnight lows each night out there. But getting into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as well, we're going to see a little bit of sunshine each day as well. So a mix of clouds and sun each day. So that's kind of trend of seeing the sun is going to continue for a couple days into next week. And then as we get into kind of Wednesday night to Thursday and into Friday, we're going to be kind of straddling some more storm systems, kind of with more rain moving through the region. So we're staying fairly mild. So I'm not expecting any wintry precip with this. So just some rain systems moving through. No severe weather, no flooding, no craziness, just a good soaking rains that are going to be moving through for late next week. So kind of continuing to see this kind of pattern continuing, kind of a chillier pattern, kind of a little warmer at times, a little rainy at times, and that will continue through the rest of the month of March. And then getting into April already. We're already talking about April. I can't even fathom that at this point. But getting into early April, we're probably going to see temperatures and trends kind of similarly continuing. Probably dealing with more 50s than 40s, so getting a little bit more probably milder out there. And then temperatures, low temperatures will probably be in the 30s and 40s still. Because you can't get too warm during the overnight hours this time of year. We know that. We want to get excited about spring, but it still gets fairly chilly at night. And cooler trend during the overnight hours is definitely going to be still in the cards out there. And continuing to probably see some drying time and some more rain systems move through as we get into April as well. So that's really on cue as well. So overall, kind of into a normal weather pattern, kind of dealing with a little bit of rain, a little bit of mild air, a little bit of chill each day. So not too crazy for Michigan standards. Expanding outward and quickly talking about some other weather, it's been fairly active. Obviously, all across the U.S., we're just getting bits and pieces of these storm systems moving through. Severe weather has been a pretty big story over the last couple of days. There's been a lot of severe weather recently across the plains. Right now, they're even dealing with it. California got into some craziness as well with a tornado moving through around LA. So everyone's getting crazy weather. So it's been wild times out there, and they're continuing to see some crazy snows into the mountains out there as well. So staying fairly busy. If you are traveling up north, getting into Saturday, unfortunately, as you get all the way up into probably Houghton Lake and northward, all the way up to the bridge, there is going to be that system moving through our region. That's rain. But up there, you're probably going to see over 6 inches of snow up there. So you're going to be seeing a pretty good snowstorm up there for the UP of Michigan. So I just wanted to briefly mention that, unless you're going up north this weekend. Looking pretty snowy up there. But if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to my website, DrTomsWeather.com, and it will keep you updated on our spring-like pattern continuing. So enjoy it.
Yeah, Patty says, what about opening day? That's a little ways away yet. What, April 6th at home?
Yeah, getting a little bit closer to opening day, kind of into the forecast, but it'll probably be a little bit on the chillier side, probably continuing that trend probably into the 40s and probably on the cloudy side. Maybe some rain throwing in there. We'll just have to wait and see. So could be kind of two-sided cards. But yeah, getting a little bit closer. I know always opening day can have crazy weather.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good, guys. You have it easy.
All right. Just a quick shout out to some of the people in there watching us tonight. We have Mrs. Chats in there. We have Michael Bingle is actually at the LCA watching the Red Wings and watching us. So thank you for doing that, Mike. We appreciate that. Also, Ed Wilhite from Hog's Backyard Barbecue's in there. How you doing, Ed? Patty Fix is in there. And also former Mayor Randy Walker is in there, says hello. We also have, 9 or 10 others that I can't see who are in there. So thank you all for watching tonight. Appreciate it. All right, let's introduce our guest for tonight. She is a probation agent for Wayne County and also an advocate for children with special needs. Please welcome Damita DuBose.
Hi. Hello. Damita. Hi. Good evening, everyone.
Good to see you.
Same here. Thank you for having me today. I really appreciate this.
Oh, absolutely. This is such an important topic, and it's hard to believe we're still talking about it, but we are, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And it still is happening in the schools.
Yeah.
Way more often than what we think now. It's still happening.
Now, you have quite the resume. I'm going to let you briefly explain, tell our listeners a little bit about yourself. What is the difference between a probation agent and probation officer? Is there a difference there?
No, we're called both. We're called probation agents and probation officers. So yeah, it's not really a difference.
So you have quite the resume. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well,
you've been doing what you're doing.
My name is Damita DuBose, and I currently work for the state of Michigan as a probation agent. I also have my own tutoring company. I'm actually on Parks and Rec committee for Garden City.
You know, I just found that out today. I did not know that.
Yes, I'm on Parks and Rec. I am a volunteer. I'm a mentor. So I wear a lot of different hats.
Yeah.
I just love helping the community, and I especially love helping kids, especially to reach their potential. So
Right. Yeah, Mike and I are both on the Commission on Aging in Garden.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, thank you for your service. We appreciate that.
I've been to Park and Rec meetings for about the last 3 months.
So, you know, it's unbelievable, like I said, that we're still having this conversation about bullying. So what is the definition of bullying?
Well, when I looked it up, bullying is basically a person who does not consider another person's feelings when it stems from their actions, their behaviors, or their words. You know, so when adults look at bullying, that's what we think about. And it can come in a form of name calling, threats, mocking. It can be an extortion, shunning others, spreading rumors on children, degrading, you know, talking about students' clothing, their hair, you know, and it can even go as far as if a student has an iPhone compared to a student having an Android phone, you know. So there are so many different ways of defining bullying from adults.
You know, I'm sorry but it's not just children either. Adults get bullied as well, don't they?
They do, yes. But when you look at bullying from an adult mindset, when you look at it from a child's mindset, speaking with my kids and talking to them, I'm like, what do you consider bullying? And, you know, for them, it's the fear of not knowing what the day will bring. It's the fear of them not knowing if a person is going to make them cry or hurt them. You know, if they just want to live, it can be the fear of seeing the bully, and that scares a person. So it's so many things: body shaming, being excluded from a group, and then being even excluded from your friends. Because if a bully is bullying me and I have friends and my friends don't want to be bullied, so now they don't want to be friends with me. So it goes really deep with kids, you know, and they don't want the parents to get into the situation of being bullied, because if they do, now everybody knows your parent has to take up for you.
Doesn't a lot of this start at home, though? It really starts with the parents, don't you think?
It does.
You know, more involved in their kids' lives and know what they're doing.
Yes, you have to have open communication with your children to say, you know, this is not the right thing to do. You know, you may think it's funny, but that child that's being bullied, you know, it's not funny to them. You know, and I have to tell my children that, you know, like, oh, they said so-and-so mine, and everybody in the class laughed. Well, that's not funny.
No.
Because how does that child feel? That's a form of bullying, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Embarrassing that child. That's bullying for sure. So those are different types of bullying and different styles, right? I mean, what are some of the styles? Like, can you mention?
So as far as for some of the styles, you can have cyberbullying, where you are bullying on a computer. And you can have social bullying, which was really interesting to learn about. That's when you're spreading rumors about children and you're making them be excluded out of groups. So that's very interesting and going on now, because you still have the cliques. We always had the popular kids and the non-popular kids. So that still goes on in school. So the social bullying can really stem from that. If parents don't just say, you know, it's okay for other people to be your friends. All your friends don't have to be like you, you know?
Correct.
Then you have bullies that destroy property, you know? Like if a child has a phone, they come and they take the phone, they take their computer and they break their computer. And then you have the verbal bullying, which, you know, it can affect the child's self-esteem, motivation, you know, it can affect everything that child is going through, because they're being verbally abused so others can see it. And now those other potential bullies now can start bullying the person that's being bullied. Right. And then you have the worst one, which is the physical bullying.
Yes.
As far as the hitting and stuff, which is unacceptable.
Now, is it more prevalent in a certain age group? Say, is it more prevalent with teenagers or elementary school? It can probably be anything, right? Anyone.
Well, it can be any group, but Usually it really develops at, I'm going to say at the end of elementary school, but more in middle school.
Okay.
My children are in middle school and
Mhm.
elementary, but middle school is really bad. That
Tough,
at
yeah.
my son's school, they really have to have a meeting on it, with the kids to say enough is enough.
And it can carry over into high school as well.
Oh, high school,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So what would be some of the warning signs if someone's child's being bullied or if their child is a bully?
Okay. Well, the warning signs, if your child is being bullied, say for instance you have a child who loves school and now they don't want to go to school anymore. They
Mhm.
used to be so happy to talk about
It's a
school,
big
and now there's no excitement at all.
Mhm.
It's no good conversations about, hey Josh, what's going on in school? Oh, nothing, mom. When it's usually, oh, we had so much fun.
Mhm.
Then if your child is coming home and their items are missing and they're like, oh, I lost this, you're losing a lot of stuff, you're misplacing things a lot, babe, and then it could be that the bully has taken the items, has destroyed the items,
Mhm.
and then you also can have outbursts where your child is just, starting to act out with aggression and have crying spells and they're angry. And then
Or the opposite.
one thing,
Withdraw.
Carrie, is if your older child may start bullying your younger child, start
Oh,
treating them differently. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
can look at things like that, especially if that hasn't happened. And
Wow.
then one of the important things, because I'm such an advocate of education, is your child grades are slipping. If you have a straight A student and now all of a sudden, their grades are going down, they don't want to go to school, you need to stop and think and say, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Let me look into this a little bit more.
Mhm.
And then some students start self-harming. They can cut themselves,
Oh.
hair pull their hairs out.
Mm.
And then for parents, you want to look and see if there are bruises on your child. If they always say, oh, I just hurt myself, or oh, I bumped into something, it could be a sign that they are being physically abused by a bully there. So
So they come up with excuses and
yeah, they will.
also they'll withdraw maybe,
Yes. So
lock
it's like
themselves in
you
their bedroom.
really have to look out for things like that.
Right,
Just
right.
sit down and have a conversation with your child. And one thing I've learned is, sometimes talk to your kids' friends and be like, what's going on in school? You know, who do you think the bully is in school?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
you
Talk
can
to
get
your
that
kids.
information.
Right. Yeah. Ask them how their day went and talk to them,
Yes.
right? We
Yes.
got away from that. We don't have family dinners around the table anymore.
Yes.
Not as like back in the day.
Yes. And then one way you can always find out, be like, what's going on with school with the shy person that's in your class? Tell me about them. How do people treat, little Ricky or little John in school? How does people treat them? And then
Mhm.
you're trying to get the information in a different way than just coming out saying,
Yeah.
hey son, or hey daughter, have you been bullied?
Yeah.
Tell me about what's going on in your class.
A little bit of psychology there, right?
Yes.
Now, how can you determine what would be the signs if your child is the bullier, the one doing the bullying?
Well, I mean, I
Good one.
think that a lot of bullies are able to disguise it, and some parents overlook it, because it stems from the household. I
Yeah.
think that if your child is coming home with a lot of things that they're stating that people gave them, well, why do you have 4 iPhones? I don't understand why you have that. Or just saying, you're always talking about so and so, what's going on with them. So you have to look deeper into what your child is doing, I would say.
Yep. Yep. You really do. Be
Yeah.
involved in their life. So
Mhm.
how in the heck what's the prevention? What do we do? Where do we
Well, you
start?
know what? A lot of schools, they do have assemblies where you can ask the principal or the counselors or the dean, say, let's have some conversation on bullying.
Mhm.
Let's let these students know that if they do bully, that it's just not a slap on the wrist, that they're going to get, expelled, or they're going to get suspended. So you have seminars. You can even make writing assignments on bullying, to find out. And one thing that I thought, Carrie, would be a great idea is if you have a class, at least once a week, you just have a box, right? And you say, we're going to take 5 minutes and you write a question or you write down something that you want the teacher to know. And you put it in that box at the end of the week. And the teacher can look in that box and it could be like, you know what? Josh is being bullied by somebody else and Josh is scared to tell. So you have to find creative ways, for kids to tell adults that something's not right here.
Have you ever been invited to any of the schools to talk about this? Because I know you're really well read on this.
No, I have not been approached to talk at the schools about this. I talk about other things, but not about bullying. This was my first time talking about bullying with you today.
Well, that's awesome. I had emailed Superintendent Derek Fisher that you were going to be on the show and we were going to talk about this. So he was quite interested, wanted to know the links and that. So I hopefully he'll share that with his.
And Carrie, one more thing I want to say. I went to orientation at a high school the other day, and they have a program or a website that's called Okay to Say, where you can actually, Okay to Say, where you can anonymously report any type of thing that's going on in the school that you want the principal to be aware of. So I thought that was really a good
that
way
is.
of doing it.
Yeah, that's excellent.
And you can also form a non-bullying parent group,
Right. Mrs. Chat, my wife has a question. She says, we do not have children, teens in school, so not really familiar with the programs being used to deter bullying. Just hear zero tolerance. Sounds like more needs to be done.
Yes, it does. So, just being able to get the word out so kids can feel safe to go to someone to say, to say something. That's really important.
Yeah, I would like to, I was just thinking about this, when I knew you were going to be on, and I wouldn't mind having some kind of a show where I could have the kids come on and we could have a discussion about this, get their thoughts and feelings and possibly ideas of how it can be prevented, and how they feel.
Yes.
Or like a town hall meeting even,
That would be a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can round up a few kids for you.
That sounds good. Yeah, it really, this should have been taken care of a long time ago, We shouldn't even have to be talking about this, but I don't know. It's crazy.
It's there, and it's out there. So it needs to be addressed. And just always having a line of communication open with the teachers, especially as a parent, if you feel something's going wrong, send an email, ask the teacher to do something.
Well, I know when we had our kids in school, that was our open door policy. If anything goes wrong, you have our number and we have your number, right. And the parent really has to be involved that way.
And one thing that I do with my two boys that I have, because if I don't ever want them to feel uncomfortable or unsafe. So we have a code word that if I come to the school and something's going on, they would call me that name. And I know that I have to remove them from that situation so they can feel comfortable talking to me. So they won't be scared to say things in front of other people. And then we can go back in the room and we can discuss what we need to discuss.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. I think they would open up more, like you said, if it was more anonymous.
Yes.
That's the thing, because, they fear for their self, if they go ahead and they squeal or rat on somebody, that's how they feel what they're doing. But
And as parents, we want to be that mama bear or that dad protector, but we also have to understand that they are children and they are in that environment longer than us. So if I go to that school and I'm like, you mess with my baby and I'm upset, now he has to be in that school for 6 to 8 hours with this bully by himself without mama around.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful on how you handle it. So you can make sure that your child isn't being affected in another way.
Yeah, and here's another good point too, and I was going to bring this up. The news reports of bullying-related suicides.
Yes.
Then it's too late then.
Yes. And I went on kidsdata.org and it says 1 in 5 high school students are being bullied. So that's 20% of the students in basically in a school are being bullied
That's way
yearly.
too much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we have to ask questions.
yeah,
I mean,
suicide's on the rise. I know that as well.
yeah.
Cyberbullying is probably, whew, that's got to rank way up there now, doesn't it?
Yes. So you need to be on, you need to sometimes you have to snoop. I'm sorry, some people don't want to snoop, but you have to snoop to just be like, is my child okay? Because I would rather snoop than to have to go to a funeral and my child committing suicide if I
Yes.
need to find out if he's being bullied. So
Right, right. Yeah, it's tough times out there for them.
yes.
So what do we decide the schools can do and what the parents can do? Be more
So
involved.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Carrie.
Be more involved. What can the schools and the parents do?
They need to develop a program, some against bullying program. Like we have the zero tolerance, as your wife say, but we need to take it a step further and say, you know what else is going to be included in this? If you bully, are you automatically excluded? Do we bring the people around the table and say, this is what you did and this is how it affects them? Get more programs like the Okay to Say is a great program to have. There are a lot of different anti-bullying programs online, so form a group. I'm always for forming a group, parents getting together saying, we are here for our children. We are advocating for the kids that are being bullied. So we want to meet with the principal. We want to meet with the superintendent to say, hey, let's change this. Let's
Yep.
change this narrative.
Powers and numbers, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. So what do we decide now? What can the kids do? I mean, especially those that are being bullied and those that see someone being bullied.
They have to speak up, even if they tell their parents. So if we have a child that's not being bullied, we can say, you know what, if somebody else is being bullied, come tell me so I can try to help them in some way. I
Mhm.
mean, it's about speaking up, and a lot of kids are afraid to speak up. So
Exactly.
we have to get it inside of them that, hey, tell somebody if somebody else is being harmed.
Right. If it could be done anonymously, like we said, I think a lot more would come forward.
Mhm.
It's a tough one, isn't it? It really
Yeah.
is tough.
Yeah. I think that if the schools just, make at my son's school, they have this, it's like a wheel, like a bingo. You can put all the balls in it. It's like maybe you can have a wheel that you can just put your concerns in. And the
Mhm.
principal looks at them and the principal say, hey, we got 20 things on John bullying somebody this week. So we need to look into that.
Well, you know what? Superintendent Derek Fisher is due back on my show. He's been on several times. Maybe it'd be a good show to have you and him on at the same time, and we
Okay.
can kind of
I'm always
have a
here.
little think tank, huh?
Yes.
Sound good?
Yes, that's perfect with me.
Now, what about this website, stopbullying.gov? That seems like it had some interesting thoughts on it too. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I'm a little familiar with it. But yeah, it's a lot of information on bullying out there. So they
Mhm.
give different ways to prevent it. So it just depends on what each school wants to do and
Yep.
what route they want to take to say, hey, let's go this route instead of this route.
Yeah.
I know one school has a policy that if you fight, no matter who starts the fight, you get a 45-day suspension. So and that's severe. So
Wow.
what about bullying? I mean,
Yeah. Right.
we
Exactly.
need to have something that, yes, you got caught bullying.
If they are caught red-handed bullying,
yes,
then they need to,
You need help.
yeah.
right. Any questions, Mike?
No,
Comment?
I would agree. Somebody gets caught bullying, they need help.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's mental, it could be something mental. Something may have happened in a bully life, that they need some help with. So it could run deeper than that, and we may need to get them some help so they can understand that this isn't the route to go.
Yeah.
Right. It's a serious situation, and I'm glad you brought it up again because I think we get a little lax in the schools about this,
Mm-hmm.
and if you can bring it to people's attention and keep it in the news and on their minds, maybe we can get something resolved.
Yes.
Anything else you wanted to talk about while I had you?
I just
How
wanted to talk about bullying to just make people aware that it is still happening. And we do have some children that are sweet, soft, and shy, and they don't know how to stand up for themselves. So as parents, and even if you have some teenagers or just some young adults that are able to stand up for them, to say something, to just make it known to the teachers,
Right.
tell the teachers something going on so we can help these students who are getting bullied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you see somebody being bullied, please speak up and do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Really. I mean, it would, could save a life. Really could.
Yes, it could. Mm-hmm.
So, hey, how about talking about something different here while I have you, now that we know that you're on Parks and Rec?
Okay.
What do you do with Parks and Rec?
What do I do? Well, I'm on
What's new? Anything new?
Oh, what's new? Well, we are
I do have my Rec Connect here.
Let's see what is new with Parks and Rec. I know that we are looking over our 5-year master plan, and we have programs that are going on for spring break.
Mhm.
So some of the kids are able, I know the kids that are in Rave are able to participate in some spring break activities, and then they're going to have some camps programs going on.
Garden City Camp again, yeah.
My two were in the Rave camp, and they enjoyed it for the whole summer. So
Awesome.
it was a nice program. Yeah. And
Yeah,
the
we
building
promote-
at Radcliffe is it's so big, and I just can't wait till they complete doing everything they want to do there. I think we're going to have so much fun there.
It is so awesome. They've really done a great job over there.
Yes. So.
Yeah, we promote a lot of stuff for Parks and Rec on the show. Mike does when he does his community events and that. So.
Okay. And I don't know if everyone knows, but each park has a representative who actually does park inspections on it. So
Really?
if you have any concerns about the parks that are near your home, just make sure that you reach out to one of the Parks and Rec people so we can get those concerns taken care of for you.
Oh, wow. That's interesting and good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our parks are, especially City Park. It's a real treasure over there. I love it.
Yeah, that's my park this go around. So I'll be walking that park to make sure if there's anything going on that I'll report it back to Parks and Rec Committee.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you over there then.
Mm-hmm. I'll walk there.
Well, look, it was great talking to you and meeting you. You shed a lot of light on this topic, and I definitely had the right person here tonight to talk about it.
Oh, thank you so much. Anytime.
And please come back anytime. And if I can set something up with you and Derek Fisher on the show, would you be game?
I will be anytime. Just let me know. You have my email and my number.
All right. Sounds great.
All right.
You take care. It's great meeting you.
Thank you. You too.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right. See ya. All right. Very interesting, eh?
Yeah.
Good topic. Good topic. Yeah, I think that would be a great show to have her on and Derek Fisher on, and maybe we can get something going on through the schools again. Sometimes we get a little lax on certain topics, and that's something we haven't talked about in a long time. So I'm glad she brought that up. It's great talking with her. Once again, if you have any bullying issues and you'd like to discuss it further with Damita, you can contact her at 313-932-1021. Or you can email her at Damita, that's DAMITA 816 at AOL.com. All right. Joe Bartley's here with another tax talk. We'll get him in here. And then we're going to get Mike with the community announcements, right? Sound good, Mike?
Sounds good.
All right.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Tax Talk with Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. So this evening, we just want to touch on the fact that we are getting late in the year. It's the getting toward the end of March, so tax due date is just around the corner. Now, the due date this year is April 18th because of weekends and holidays rather than April 15th. So if you haven't made that appointment yet, you need to get on that. A lot of tax preparers, myself included, are booking up pretty quickly here toward the end. So you want to get that appointment filed. And also, if you're doing them on your own, you want to get on that so you're not waiting to the last minute. Now, there is two different things that you need to be aware of. So if you cannot get your taxes filed in time, you don't have the information or whatever the case may be, you can do an extension. And the extension gives you to actually October to get them filed. The thing to remember is an extension on filing them is not an extension to pay. So if you owe money, you're still expected to send in an estimate of what you owe. And if you don't, there's some pretty harsh penalties. So you want to at least get the return filed. Even if you know that you're going to owe, you want to go ahead, get the return filed. That's going to save you one penalty. And I usually suggest to my clients to send them something, and then they will send you a bill. And then at that point, you could work out a payment plan with them, or you could work out a payment plan with them right away. But just remember, they're going to continue to charge you penalty and interest all along. But the important thing is to get that return filed, because there's two different penalties: failure to file and failure to pay. So at least if you filed, you've taken care of one of those penalties, and then you can work on the payment method. So that's pretty important. There are options out there for those that do owe significant amounts of money. And as far as payments, there's offers and compromise, which can work for certain individuals. But the important thing is to keep the communication with the IRS open and not try to hide. And you're going to save a lot of money and headache and heartache along the way. So hope that helps you. Again, this is Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. You can reach me. The best way is my email, joe@jnjtaxesandmore.com. Or you can call the office at 734-523-8291. J&J Taxes and More also has a Facebook page where I will occasionally put up some information. And you can always hit me up through Messenger, and I usually try to check that every so often. So get those taxes filed, get your appointments made. Thanks, and have a great week.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Good information right there. All right. Before we get to Mike, the next city council meeting is April 3rd, 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middle Belt Road. Also, a budget meeting is scheduled for March 27th, 6 p.m. at the Garden City Police Station, and you can attend that as well. These council meetings are a great way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you may have as well. All right, let's get Mike in here for some community events, and then we'll move on and close out the show. So let me grab those slides, and there we go. I want to get Mike in here. Stand by.
It'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day.
Well,
That'll be the day.
you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be
That'll be the day.
Time for
when
some.
you make me
Yeah,
cry.
now.
You say
Let's
you go.
Mike in here. Mike.
You know it's a
Hey.
lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
All right. Good job. Here we go.
Poet Linen Drive. Give the gift of warmth and comfort to a dog in need. This is running until April 30th at Sports Venue Bar and Grill. They're collecting clean towels, blankets, and comforters for the DACC. Drop-off location is at Sports Venue. We need you. Volunteers are needed for the Garden City Meals on Wheels. Apply at the Maplewood Center 37735 Maplewood in Garden City, or call 734-793. I guess that's 31735 Maplewood. 734-793-1874.
Right.
Oh, Shannon Coffey, the Notary Public, our notary babe. She does mobile notaries, virtual notary, and loan assigning agent work. You can contact her at 734-469-8821 or go to www.notarybabeshan.com. Okay, it's a hoedown. Seeking Country Music Act. The Knights of Columbus at the Notre Dame Council is seeking a local country music act to perform in our second annual Wayne County Knights concert on June 16th. Please call. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, let me see if I can read that. Email gk3021 at mikofc.org.
If you're interested in performing, okay.
Right, yeah, that's a hard one to read there.
Tech Talk with Julie, free tech assistance. Get help with computers, email, phones, Android and iPhone, or any tech issue you would like to discuss. You can set up one-on-one appointments Thursday mornings from 10 to 2. She'll be doing these on March 30th and April 6th, 15th, 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th, and one-on-one appointments on Monday evenings from 6 to 8, March 6th and April 3rd. Call 734-793-1870 to make an appointment. Okay, Coats for Kids campaign. You can make a difference in someone's life for as little as a $25 donation. All donations will be used for purchase of new winter coats for children in the Wayne Westland area. Matching funds are available. All donations will be matched dollar for dollar. Your $25 donation will turn into a $50 donation, allowing us to produce 2 new warm weather coats.
Yeah,
Donate today.
that's at the Knights of Columbus.
Dog Vaccination Day in Westland. Low-cost dog vaccinations, microchips and licenses, free to Westland veterans. This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yep, that's a nice event.
Yeah. Notre Dame Social Club is sponsoring a Peter Cottontail workshop on March 25th from 11 to 5. Kids of all ages are welcome. Free photos, free crafts, meal deals, free entry. This is at the Notre Dame Hall, 3144 South Wayne Road in downtown Wayne. Garden City Cornhole, 8 weeks in playoffs, ages 18 and up. First one is spring, is March 30th through June 1st from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Radcliffe Center. And the summer one is June 1st to July 27th from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Ice Arena, 200 North Log Cabin Road. State Representative Dylan Wagala is having a coffee hour on Monday, March 27th at 5 p.m. at the Lena Hicks Public Library, 2500 Hamlin Drive in Inkster. You can contact Dylan at 517-373-3818 or at Dylan Wagala at house.mi.gov. There's going to be a craft day, Easter Bunny flower pots on Saturday, April 1st at 11 o'clock, $10 admission at the Radcliffe Center. Register online at gardencity.mi.org/parks or in person at the Radcliffe Center. Easter Vendor Craft Show, April 2nd from 11 to 4. $1 admission fee. Door prize raffle at the VW Post, 3323 Harris, Kircher, and 1055 South Wayne Road in Westland. Middle School College Night Open House. Yeah, we're starting them early, aren't we?
Yep.
Monday, April 3rd from 5 to 7 at Schoolcraft College Visitech Center. Learn steps to take in high school to prepare for college.
Wow. Start them early.
I guess. Garden City's Parks and Rec is having an Easter egg hunt on Saturday, April 8th. 3 different age groups, 3 and under, 4 to 6, and 7 to 10. They're going to have over 12,000 eggs. Each age group will have 15 magical eggs that we can turn it in for a special prize. The Easter Bunny arrives at 9:15. The hunt begins at 9:30. This is a free event, but bring your own bag or basket. No need to register. This will be at the Garden City Ball Fields.
12,000. Wow. Whew.
Yeah. Okay. Beginners watercolor painting. Our students will learn the basics of watercolor painting over a 5-week session. First and third grade is Mondays from 4:30 to 5:30, April 10th to May 8th. And fourth and through sixth grade is Thursdays, 4:30 to 5:30 from April 13th to May 11th at the Radcliffe Center.
$50 for 5-week session. That's not bad. $10 a week.
Yeah. Neighborhood Watch. Next meeting will be April 11th. It'll be at the Garden City Police Department. They're always on the second Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. Don't get scammed. Learn how to not be a victim of scams, utility worker impersonations, pigeon drops. Is that by an actual pigeon? I don't know. Police impersonators and computer and phone scams. I get a pretty effective method. They call and I have a message, and if they don't respond to it, then they usually just hang up.
Right.
All classes are free of charge. April 12th, 6 p.m. at the Garden City Public Library. They're going to be conducted by retired Sergeant Robert M. Haig of the Detroit Police Department.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. The next Mayor's Forum will be in the Council Chambers at City Hall on Wednesday, April 12th at 5 p.m. It's an open discussion, free to and open to the public. You can do a one-on-one with Mayor Mark Jacobs and express your concerns and opinions.
Okay. I just looked up what a pigeon drop was.
Okay.
The offender appeared to place the money in a white bag and handed it back to the victim, advising they could hold the money until it was needed. The offender then left the victim, and the victim opened the bag, and it only contained shredded paper and no money. So that's a pigeon drop scam.
Okay. Jewelry making with Angie's Adornments, second Thursday of every month, starting April 13th from 11 to 12 at the Radcliffe Center, $10 registration fee. This is open to ages 18 and up.
Okay. Oh, this is a big one.
Yeah, that reminds me, I've got a message for you here, Carrie. Great Pig Race is going to be on April 15th. That's the 6th annual. The doors open at 6 o'clock. Post time, I think, is 7 o'clock. Tickets are $20. It's going to be at St. Thomas the Apostle, 31530 Beechwood in Garden City. There'll be food. There'll be fun. There'll be basket raffles. There'll be 50-50 raffles, a cash bar. Buy your pig bucks and place your bets. Combat on your favorite pig to win.
Hmm.
Some updates on that.
Yeah.
Last I heard, we had 35 pigs being sponsored. We had room for one more. I don't know if that's changed in the last 2 or 3 days.
You got us in, Chatmeister.
Yeah. Chatmeister was paid in full today.
Okay.
So
I owe you then. I'll get
You
you.
owe me $50 for half of it.
All right.
And I have the sponsor tickets for Chatmeister,
Okay.
which I'd like to drop off for you and Cheryl to use.
Oh.
Are you going to be home tomorrow morning?
Let's see. Hold on. I know we have PT. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, we'll be home in the morning. We don't have PT till 1.
Okay. Well, I have breakfast from 8 to 9, so maybe right after that.
Yeah, right
we'll
after
stop
that.
by and I'll drop them off before we go to the grocery store.
All right, and I'll have you a check ready too.
Oh, that's okay.
Sounds good.
Whenever.
Okay. All right. That's going to be fun.
Oh, is this another one?
Yeah. New one.
Arting at home workshop. Arting at the hall. This is April 15th from 1 to 4, $55, 3144 South Wayne Road. And you can contact Barb at 734-658-1108. Register now.
Notre Dame.
Join us and create a work of art and support the Notre Dame Social Club. You will learn how to complete a beautiful 8x10 stained glass mosaic and design of your choice. We have hundreds of templates to choose from, and all materials and supplies are provided.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it'd be neat.
Yeah. Everything's there.
Kind
of hard to see this one, but.
Yeah, Berger Transition Center has a reverse job fair April 18th from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock at the Berger Transition Center, 30300 Maplewood in Garden City. Come and see what we can do. And you're right, that's a little hard for me to read.
Yeah, it says, let's see, you're invited to a reverse job fair. We are looking for business partners who are interested in giving individuals with disabilities job training opportunities, or who just want to know more about working with and employing individuals with disabilities. Come see what our students can do: cooking, baking, custodial, clerical, sorting, assembling, packaging, and much more.
I know Barson has used a lot of those kids over at Barson's greenhouse.
Yeah, they're good workers. They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just need to be shown what to do.
Friends of Garden City Public Library is having another used book sale on Wednesday, April 19th from 9 to 7:30 and Thursday, April 20th from 9 to 5:30, located at the Garden City Radcliffe Center, 1751 Radcliffe Street in Garden City, Michigan.
I just want to mention John Murray is in there watching. Hello, Mr. Murray. Also, Derek Hart, D&D Sports Chat. Last week's guest is in there. And Moose James is in there. How you doing, Marty? Good to see you. All right.
I was watching the Spartans before chat, and they were behind by like 5 points at halftime.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay, Garden City Senior Center is having a jukebox bingo, played like regular bingo, but with music.
Different.
It's on Wednesday, April 26th from 1 to 3. Costs $8. It's at Radcliffe Center, 1751 Radcliffe.
Yep.
Oklahoma.
Garden
Music
City.
by Richard Rogers. It's going to be performed April 27th, 28th, and 29th at 7, and April 30th at 2. Tickets are $12. And this is going to be performed at the O'Leary Performance Arts Center on 6500 Middle Belt Road over there by the high school.
Yeah, they need to make these flyers a little bit bigger. It's also
Yeah,
$8 for students and seniors, $15 tickets at the door. Box office
Yeah.
open 90 minutes before. Okay.
a Mother's Day celebration at the
Wow.
Garden City Senior Center, Friday, May 12th from 12 to 3. Tickets are on sale starting April 7th. There'll be live music, a weekend comeback, catered lunch by Kathy's Catering, who does a good job. She does our Kiwanis lunches weekly. Giveaways, a 50-50 raffle. And the Garden City's thrift shop is presenting Mother's Day geraniums.
Hmm.
Volunteers will be handing out free 4-inch potted geraniums to moms and grandmas. You must be at least 50 years old, and we will be located at the Maplewood Street side of the building on Friday, May 5th from 10 to 2. You do have to sign up to receive a geranium. Please call 734-793-1870. Sign up.
Nice gesture. Yeah.
Lucky Squirrel Flea Markets. First one is Saturday, May 20th at Ford Road and Middlebelt Town Center Plaza from 10 to 3. Big events.
Yep.
Okay, interested in being a market vendor at the Westland Farmers and Artesian Market. Market runs from May 25th to October 12th from 3 to 7 on Thursdays. It will be closed, however, on August 3rd for some unidentified reason. For vendor application and market policies, visit www.westlandfarmersmarket.com. The Wayne Open Air Farmer and Artesian Market every Wednesday from 3 to 7, starting May 31st at the Notre Dame Hall, 314 South Wayne Road.
Well, they have a lot of stuff, don't they, going on there? Wow.
Yeah, they do.
I thought the Straight Farmhouse had a lot.
Yeah. In fact, one of the things going on at the Straight Farmhouse this Saturday is a graduation party for my grandson.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yep.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, he's completed his program at UM Dearborn, and I think he's going to do a master's program online.
Oh,
okay,
awesome.
The producers, Mel Brooks and Thomas Meehan, music and lyrics by Mel Brooks. This is going to be June 9th to 25th.
And I believe tickets are $20 at the Inspire Theater. This is all I have so far. I'm sure we'll get more information as we get closer.
Yeah, they're still wrapping up their last show. The
producers?
No, the one before that.
Boing Boing?
Yeah, Boing Boing.
Yeah, yeah. Seeing as you mentioned the Straight Farmhouse, I just wanted everybody to know that they can go to straightfarmhouse.org and check out all their events that they have over there. It's just so many. It's just so many to name here. So it's best to go on their website, straightfarmhouse.org.
Oh, Autos for Autism car show.
Well, I got news about this too.
Okay, this is going to be on Monday, June 19th from 4 to 9 at the Garden City Middle School, 1851 Radcliffe near Ford Road in Wildwood. Live music by Bonnie and the Working Girls, plus special guests working in. Delicious food by R&J Smoked Meats. There's going to be merchandise, raffles, lots of trophies, dash plaques to the first 300 vehicles to it. Entrance motorcycles are welcome. What is your news?
My news is I was asked the other day to be a celebrity judge, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure you're going to be there working it too, right?
Yeah, I've been, the last couple of years, I've been involved in tallying the votes to determine who won in each of the classes.
Yeah, so everybody come out and say hi. Come say hi to us. We were
right.
Yeah.
It's a big event. There's a lot of people to come out for that.
Oh, it's huge, huge. They raise thousands of dollars. They really do.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. All right. Once again, we're always looking for guests to be on the show. If you're interested, or you know someone that's interested, or you own a business and you'd like to share your information with our listeners, we'd love to hear from you. It's very easy. Just email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook. Doesn't matter what community you live in. We want to hear from you. We are doing the shows remotely, so you can do them from the comfort of your home or office. Come on the show and share your information with us and the surrounding communities. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. And speaking of guests, next week, March 30th,
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that.
we have Mary McLaughlin. She will be here to talk about her recent teaching adventure in Alaska.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
She's back home in Arkansas, and her story is quite interesting. You might remember Mary when she was here in Garden City from her time running the Seniors Helping Seniors program. She was part of that. So you don't want to miss this. Her adventure to Alaska was something else. And going into April, on April 20th, our guest will be Kelly Bailey, who started the Garden City Gives a Boot. She collects donated new and gently used boots for homeless veterans. She'll be here to tell us all about it, and she will also be at the Lucky Squirrel events. So stop by and say hi to Kelly. And seeing as we're into April, I do want to share with you that on April 6th, there will be no show that night, as I will be having knee surgery that day. So, yeah, thank you. I'm going to have 3 meniscus tears taken care of. So I'll be down that day, but we'll be back the following week. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you'll probably be running around and jumping in.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Get those dates on your calendars, and we hope that you'll be able to join us live. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Podcast.
We want to thank our special guest, Damita DuBose, for being here tonight and talking about bullying. She did a great job. Once again, if you'd like to contact her, you can call 313-932-1021 or email her at damita816@aol.com. That's DAMITA. And I'm sure she would love to hear from you. She did a great job tonight. Said she was a little bit nervous.
Did you see her message?
Huh?
Did you see her message there? Please let people know that there are scammers online for the Lucky Squirrel event. Vendors must go into the, I assume that's the DDA office, to pay. There are no cash app payments. Payments are only done in the office.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, good to know. I didn't see that. Did that just pop in?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah, good to know. Wow. All right. Also, a big thanks to my fantastic co-host, meteorologist Dr. Tom, and Mike Jones. Great job as always. Mike, any final thoughts before we go, or concerns or comments?
No, just get vaccinated, support our health and public service employees. They're all doing a great job, making great sacrifices for us in our community.
They absolutely are. That's for sure. Also, a huge thanks to each and every one of you for sharing part of your time tonight with us. And over the years, this May, believe it or not, we're going to be celebrating 13 years. And we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you very much. Also, don't forget, the show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook. So we hope you'll catch it later at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late, by going to facebook.com/GCChat. Feel free to share it with your friends as well. It's an important.
They could binge watch all 600 and plus shows, couldn't they, Carrie?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
They might get done by next Thursday.
maybe. Also, catch us on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. Just search for GC Community Chat. You'll find not only, like Mike said, you'll not only find this show, but all of our past shows as well. And while you're there, please subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button. We would appreciate that. And as we do at the end of all our shows, we want to thank all the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community. So please support your local businesses. And like Mike said, please don't hesitate. Vaccinate. Get that booster and also get your flu shot at the same time you can do it. Protect yourself and others. And Mike, if you see something,
Say something.
that's right. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to drtomsweather.com. It's got a great user-friendly website over there with radar and all the weather information for you. We will see you right back here next week live, March 30th at 8 p.m. for show number 616 with our guest, Mary McLaughlin, and she'll be sharing her Alaskan adventure. So until then, we hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for listening. If you would like to contact us here for any reason, once again, the email is gccommunitychat@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know how we're doing, what you'd like to see more of. Thanks again for watching and all the comments. We appreciate it. Please have a safe rest of your week, and we'll see you next week. Mike, you take care, bud. See ya.
Yeah, see you in the morning.
All right. Good night.